Hi, my name is Samanja and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to show you how to check for a palindrome in a string. So for example, we have a bunch of palindromes in here, madam, civic, dad, and noon. Okay, these words are palindrome because um, they have the same characters forward and backward. So this is equals to this is equals to this, etc. It has the same, it reads the same forward and also backward. So let's make a method in here, call it is palindrome. Okay, so let's make a method in here, call it, it has to be a boolean because we need to know what it's if it returns a palindrome string word. If this returns a palindrome, this has to be a boolean, and it has to return, it has to say if it's true or false. And in here we're going to feed the word to it, and here we're going to call this method, we're going to call this method. We have to build a constructor, new hello, and we're going to have to check for palindrome, is palindrome. So it has to return a boolean, and in here we're going to put our word that we want to check. And if this is a palindrome, it's going to return yes, it's a palindrome. Yes, this is a palindrome. Or else it's going to return no, this is not a palindrome. Okay, so if the word that we feed into the palindrome is a palindrome, it would return yes. Otherwise, it's going to return false. Okay, so what is the algorithm for checking a palindrome? First of all, we need to convert the word in here to a character array, okay, to a char. So let's convert it to a character array. It's very simple, okay, char of words, okay, and there's a built-in method for this, okay, word dot, and if you put a dot, you're going to get an automatic suggestion to char array. So all the words in here, in this argument, it gets converted to character array, okay? Now, integer start, it starts at 0, then end, it ends at word dot length minus 1. Okay, so let's build a while loop in here. So at first, we have to iterate through both. We have to attack the word from both sides, okay? We have to iterate from the start, and we have to iterate from the end. And we have to see if the end is equals to the start, okay? So let's build a while loop, okay? And in the while loop, the start has to be less than the end. The end in this case is the number of characters in the word. And what we have to do is we have to check with an if statement if char words start is not equals to char words end, then return false. Okay, so we have to check if, so it starts in here, okay, MADAM, okay, so it needs to start at here, and we have to check if, this is 0, start is 0 in this case, okay, so start is 0 in this case, and end is how much? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, end is 4 in here. So we have to check if start is equals to n, char words in n, and it's equal in this case. So now what? Now we have to iterate through the rest of the words, okay? We have to iterate through the rest of the words. It has to be done within the while loop. Otherwise, it's going to be, okay, start plus plus and minus minus. So the next loop, it's going to go to start plus plus. This is going to become 1. And this is going to become 3. Oh, wait, 3. So is char at 1 equals to 0, 1, 2, 3? Char at 3? Yes, it is. So we return true. Okay. Well, it needs to return true as the default, and only if the words are not equal to each other, it returns false and it breaks the while loop. It's going to return true by default. Okay, so let's try another word, okay? Civic. Okay, so we start civic, we start the word at 0, and 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so the end is 4 in here, okay? So is C equals to yes, so it doesn't return false, okay? And then it iterates to the next element, and in here it's going to be 1, and in here it's going to be 3. So as you can see, this will continue until start is until start is no longer less than end, you know. So in here, start is still less than end. So the next one is 2 and 2 in here. So what happens is start is no longer less than end. It it returns true because this didn't happen. It returns true and it breaks this while loop. And I think we get a, okay, let me make it civic. Civic. Okay, and let me run it. Yes, this is a palindrome. Okay, civic. Now let's put noon. Noon. Yes, this is a palindrome. Now let's put grandmother. Okay, and let's run it. No, this is not a palindrome. So I hope you understood the algorithm. And it was very, for me, I had a lot of fun learning how to, learning how to, return a palindrome. And I hope you understood everything. Thank you. Please subscribe.